and that is Miss Aliya Shalabekova, who I see there online. Now, Aliya is the head of Low Carbon Development Department at KMG National Company. So that's a very big company in Kazakhstan. Ms. Shalabekova is, of course, former vice minister, by the way, in Kazakhstan of energy ecology. So very, very experienced sort of individual. And Ms. Shalabekova, I believe, yes, has a presentation, which is great. And I would like to ask her, to facilitate the presentation, a little bit about KMG's plans. I believe you're planning to commission something like 300 megawatts, quite substantial capacity of renewable energy by 2030. It's quite an ambitious target, I think. So I would like to ask you how you see the role of renewable energy in Kazakhstan's and, in fact, in KMG's energy mix in the foreseeable years, and how you see the role of renewables more broadly. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear colleagues. On behalf of Kazmunaygaz, I would like to welcome all of you at this event and thank organizers for inviting us. Kazmunaygaz is a leading vertically integrated oil and gas company in Kazakhstan. In my presentation, I will talk about decarbonization efforts taken by KMG. Next slide, please.
Next slide, please, as well.
Given the importance of climate agenda in support of the country goals to become carbon neutral by 2060 and to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 15% of the level of 1990, in 2021, Kazmunaygaz adopted the KMG Low Carbon Development Program until 2031. I would like to point out that our company was one of the first in Kazakhstan to approve the carbonization paper. KMG aims to achieving a 15% reduction in carbon dioxide emissions by 2031 from the level of 2019 through reducing energy and carbon intensity of production and developing renewable energy sources. Next slide, please. Let me briefly outline the work we are doing on this direction. First, Kazmunaygaz envisages more than 300 measures at its subsidiaries and affiliates within the framework of energy efficiency and energy saving by 2031, such as improving thermal efficiency, developing gas generation, improving the efficiency of gas turbines, and etc. Their implementation will save more than 400 million kilowatt hours of electricity, around 300,000 gigacalories of thermal energy, and more than 500,000 tons of fuel equivalent for boilers and furnaces. Next slide, please. Under the second area of program, we are working on 4 main blocks of RES technology applications. These are megawatt class RES projects to supply power in our own enterprises. RES projects to use in the utility sector, RES projects embedded in the production cycle, and the purchase of green power through the current country-specific model to support the implementation of RES projects. Today, Kazmunaygaz, together with their partners, is working on implementing large-scale RES projects to produce green electricity, both for sale to a unified buyer and for all needs of its subsidiaries. And at this moment, KMG has started to develop a feasibility study of wind potential in Jambil and Mangostal regions, where wind farms with a total capacity of 1.12 gigawatts are to build. And according to your question, what we are going to do after 2031, we will continue our work to develop a RES project for own consumption and to support country to achieve the goal determined in national strategy of carbon neutrality. Next slide, please. Taking into account the development of new technologies and climate regulation, we are exploring additional decarbonization measures. First, we are working on capture, storage, and utilization system project. In this regard, the company, with the support of Chevron Corporation, is working on implementation of a pilot project in which reservoir studies are being conducted and the screening of concentrated CO2 emission sources are being completed. Second, to further enhance the capacities on the company's low carbon products. So this year, we initiated a project with EBRD technical support to investigate the prospects for producing a aviation fuel in Kazakhstan, both for our own market and internationally. Third, the electric vehicle market is developing dynamically around the world, including projected interest from Kazakhstani citizens. KMG looks at this promising area as a window of opportunity. Therefore, as part of building a portfolio of KMG's energy transition projects, we are considering the development of charging infrastructure for electric vehicles in Kazakhstan. To this end, we are conducting a feasibility study to assess the economic viability of the project. At the same time, this year, we want to implement a pilot project and install 100 electric charging stations with partial acquisition of electric vehicles at our producing assets. KMG pays special attention to climate risk management and adaptation to climate change. In this regard, this year, we launched the project with the support of the EBRD to implement climate reporting in accordance with the recommendations of the Task Force on Climate-related Financial Disclosures. By the end of this year, the company will have developed a stress testing model for various climate scenarios and assess climate risk and opportunities, including their financial impact on KMG. Dear participants, as you can see, KMG facing certain challenges to decarbonize its own production and create a low carbon product basket to keep the company competitive. Our company is open to cooperation for implementing mutually beneficial emission reduction, risk development, and other green projects. Once again, thank you for organizing this event.